in Europe January 4, 2024, where a snowstorm hit half of the European states and caused a lot of chaos.
That's the truck house, completely buried. It is still
Thousands of Norwegians have been trapped in snowdrifts across the southern part of the country, leading to widespread transport disruptions and power outages since the start of the year. State meteorologists have warned of continued heavy snow and strong winds. The municipalities scramble to manage the crisis, closing schools and deploying emergency services.
Doszło pomoc i mechanizacja.
Oh my God.
The severe weather, described as unusual by officials, has brought life to a standstill in many areas, with more snow expected throughout the week hit many areas in Europe. In the southwestern county of Agder, the situation quickly escalated on a New Year's Eve when a severe storm blanketed the area. The storm disrupting transport of all kinds and causing widespread power outages. The intensity of the snowfall prompted state meteorologists to issue warnings.
Along the airport. Our estimated flight time today is 1 hour and 5 minutes.
These warnings were swiftly followed by the establishment of crisis management teams in the southern cities of Kristiansand and Arendal, as well as the smaller coastal community of Risør. These teams were tasked with managing the snow deluge, which today had reached nearly 70 centimeters. Schools in municipalities along the coast, including Kristiansand and Lillesand, the Federsted, Risør and Arendal, announced closures.
It's snowing for 24 hours. Malcolm and Chris are here helping me out, which is great.
Special teams step in to bolster emergency response capabilities, making extra helper available and deploying over a dozen snowmobiles to ensure medical teams could reach those in need. Persistent snowfall led to the shutdown of local train lines, including Arendalsbanen, portion of Sørlandsbanen, and Vestfoldbanen. The heavy snow also snared roads, leading to an advisory for Tønsberg residents to work from home if possible. Even the capital Oslo was not spared, with bus services struggling and the E6 motorway closed. Officials urge motorists to equip themselves with warm clothing, food, and shovels. This for emphasizing the unpredictable of the snowstorm. Oslo announced delays in garbage collection due to severe access problems for garbage trucks.
Ну що, людоньки, трансформація продовжується. Як то кажуть, від долі не втечеш. Ну,
The persistent snow also closed at the E18 highway near Grimstad, exacerbating traffic issues as several vehicles became stuck. Meteorologists forecasted an additional 40 centimeters of snow by Thursday, January 4. The situation in Grimstad, typically known as a summer holiday destination, starkly contrasted its usual ambience with snow reaching well above knee level. Throughout southern Norway, authorities advise against all but essential driving, urging residents to remain indoors. Public transport in the Oslo area faced its downset of challenges, with Ruter, the public agency, considering a complete shutdown of bus traffic due to unmanageable snow accumulation. The tram service too faced early shutdowns affecting access to popular destinations like Frognerseteren. While the coastal areas bore the brunt of the storm, even mountainous regions were not immune, with long lines forming for escorted convoys on major highways. Meanwhile, in Sweden, people who got trapped in 1,000 vehicles in heavy snow for more than 24 hours have been evacuated, Swedish authorities say. Rescuers worked through the night to free people stuck on the main E22 road in the Skane area of southern Sweden. Many of those trapped were evacuated by rescue teams and told not to return their cars later. The travel chaos occurred amid plummeting winter temperatures across the Nordic countries. Extreme cold weather has hit parts of Sweden, Finland and Norway, and snowstorms in Denmark have left drivers trapped on a motorway near Aarhus since Wednesday. The Kristiansand weather station in northern Sweden recorded its coldest night for 25 years on Tuesday night, with temperatures dropping to 46.6 Celsius. Rescuers said all people traveling by car had been evacuated and only lorry drivers remain in their vehicles by Thursday morning. Authorities said later they were still working to free around 180 trucks. The disruption on the main E22 began at about 9 local time on Wednesday, when snow made the E22 impassable in both directions between Horby and Kristiansand. Hundreds of cars ground to a halt in snowdrifts. Snowplows arrived on Wednesday evening and police and rescuers worked through the night to free people in the hundreds of trapped cars. Some residents said that she and her family and her dog were freed after 19 hours. Another resident said they had started their car at regular intervals to keep it warm. They were freed when rescuers cut the road's central barrier, allowing them to leave at 4:30 on Thursday. On Thursday morning, many of the cars had been cleared, all the lorries were still stuck. Police said conditions were beginning to improve but added that the road would not be cleared until 8 on Friday at the earliest. Buses and trains were cancelled at the Skane region on Thursday morning, and authorities urged people to avoid non-essential travel. The special teams was dispatched to deliver food and water to the people trapped.